In this video, I'm gonna reveal to you the best side hustle for stay-at-home moms in 2024 that I accidentally found while I was trying to make money online as a single mom. Now, you've probably seen a lot of side hustle videos out there promising these crazy lucrative 100% passive income side hustles that make anywhere from $3,000 a week to $20,000 a month, only to find out that in reality, you need to spend thousands of dollars up front to get started, or that you need to invest 6 to 12 months or even years building a big YouTube channel with no guarantee that it'll actually even work. Well, in this video, we're not gonna do any of that. Instead, what I'm about to show you isn't gonna make you a millionaire. That I'll say up front. But it's an extremely sustainable and realistic way to make anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 a month that you can do with zero money to start. And instead of taking you several months, it only takes about 1 to 2 weeks to set up and get moving. And the best part is, pretty much nobody's even talking about this, let alone doing it or teaching it on the internet. So there's literally no competition right now. So when it comes to picking a best side hustle, what does that even really mean? Well, as a mom, especially if you're a single mom like me, you know that you can't just go pick up a busy job or full-time business when you've got a family and home to take care of totally by yourself. So there's a few things we want to check off before picking a business model that we're going to dive into. So the first criteria is we want to make sure whatever we're doing is flexible and doesn't take up too much of our time. Time is a non-renewable resource that we know we can't get back, and kids grow up too fast for us to spend all of our time at somebody's job. I realized that if I wanted a traditional in-office job, that Monday through Friday, I wouldn't see my kids from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and then we'd spend our weekends at the grocery store and cleaning the house. Working online not only doubled my income from what I would be able to get in a traditional job, but gave me back the time I needed to be a mom and be there for my kiddos when they really needed me. I also needed something that was not going to be a huge learning curve, something more repetitive so I could complete the daily tasks without needing a huge training or college degree even, and not make my whole life about my job, but keep my job in the category it belongs in. Building my group felt natural, and I was connecting with people to make sure they had a pleasant experience in the group, not being chained to a desk for 8 hours a day or stuck behind a computer. In fact, I often work on the go. What keeps me away from those MLMs or other businesses I've seen other moms dive into is the startup costs. What's great about starting a dollar auction is it's free to set up on Facebook and get started with items you have already just lying around your house. Being a single mom raising 2 boys, as soon as I realized working from home was a realistic option, I knew I had to find a way to participate. Building an online local dollar auction not only allowed me to save thousands of dollars on items we need on a consistent basis, but also gave me passive income streams and direct income opportunity. I could work while my kids participated in their own activities, were at school, or even after they went to sleep. I don't know about you, but I would hate to spend all day taking care of kids and chores, only to spend all of my free time doing something I can't stand, even if it did make me money. Okay, so what is the side hustle I discovered that actually fits all of these criteria? And does it really even exist? Yes, it definitely does. And this weird business that I discovered is called an online local dollar auction. Now, as the name suggests, this is literally an auction where you auction items online starting at $1, but this isn't simply $1 eBay. It goes way beyond that. Here's how it actually works. It's a simple idea, really. You and other community members follow your formatting rules to post items for an opening bid of $1. Those interested bid on the items they want for the duration of the auction. At the end, a winner's announced, the items exchanged. The quickest way to get started on this is to sell items you have laying around the house that you might have sold at a yard sale or even taken to a donation center anyway. Now you may be wondering, how did I even come across this type of business model? When I became a single mom, my number one priority was making sure I could provide the things my kids needed on a consistent basis. If you're a parent, you know that is a very expensive to do. I started my dollar auction out of pure necessity, not realizing it would turn into an online business, generating more money than I ever made at my desk job, or that I would have such a huge impact on my community. I couldn't believe it when I almost overnight grew this group by hundreds, then thousands of members, all looking for the same thing I was: the ability to make money fast, from home, and save money on things they needed right now. Now I'm up to making about $5,000 a month in nearly passive income from the 4 streams available in my group. And I'm not the only one. In fact, one of our resellers who sell daily in my group just bought her first house off the money she made selling items in my dollar auction. Now you own this group, not just operate it, which allows you to take advantage of the other benefits and income streams, unlike selling things on eBay or Craigslist. This is where you sell items you have around the house or items you bought or make for the purpose of sale. Using the dollar auction method will ensure you are turning a profit daily, with the added benefit of getting a feel for what your local market of buyers is looking for. You will save thousands of dollars on common purchases like school clothes, decorations, home goods, electronics. The sky's the limit. Establishing membership gives main sellers more bang for their buck and the opportunity to use your group to create their own streams of income from home. In my group, I offer a general membership, one that's more specific for business owners, and a level for people who want to avoid marketplace altogether and sell items for a set price. Main sellers in my group make anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 a month. That's as much as I make without any sales off just one stream of income, the passive way. Imagine if I was a seller as well. Sponsorships in my group are limited to a select few to make sure they get the most bang for their buck. Small business owners are always looking for a way to make a splash locally, and advertising in your auction is a quick way to do it. My headline sponsor owns a furniture store and makes his membership fee plus several $1,000s monthly by advertising to the members in my group. And of course, his sponsorship fee contributes to my passive income. It's a cycle of income generation and financial freedom between members, if you really think about it. Once you get the hang of it, the majority of income streams in your auction are passive, meaning they don't require a lot of your time to get accomplished every month. I've never been much of a seller myself, so most of my income comes from the passive side of the house and still equals about $5,000, usually a little over, per month, and I'm just at the beginning. Now, local dollar auctions are just that, local. So you aren't in competition with everyone who sets up a dollar auction anywhere. Even in the same town, several successful dollar auctions can exist because often each auction has its own specialty or a manager sells and buys click. Even within communities, people will join multiple groups since there's no downside to doing so. Right now in my community, I'm the main dollar auction group, operating about 14,000 members and growing, and it still only takes me about 2 hours a day when I combine the time I spend on daily check-ins to run my group and cater to any passive income streams. So as you can see, the dollar auction is one of the easiest side hustles for moms to make a sustainable income online. You don't need any crazy expensive skill sets. You don't need a lot of time or money, and it only takes a couple weeks before you can start making money from it. Now, if you want to learn how to actually start your own dollar auction step by step, I've created a free tutorial where I show you all the steps you need to follow to start, grow, and profit from your own dollar auction group in just a couple of weeks. If you want to watch that, click the next video right up here.